Alright guys, so the day has finally arrived. Ultra Hit will be getting his platinum equipment coming out tomorrow night for Dragon Ball Legends weekly reset update. Now, we're going to be talking about exactly what this means for Dragon Ball Legends today, as well as going on forward for part 2, because I do think this kind of ties into part 1 and part 2. Part 1 obviously because he is Universe Rep, part 2 because we have been getting some powerful opponent buffs or hints as of late. Like, for example, last week we got 4 returning powerful opponent Ultra banners coming back out of nowhere. And then, of course, you know, we can fully expect Ultra Hit to come back tomorrow night as well. So I want you guys to comment down below, how many stars do you currently have Ultra Hit at? Comment down below. I love to read your comments. Also, I completely forgot what this character does besides the time skip. So let's see what they say here. They just say new platinum equipment for Ultra Hit is coming tomorrow. Okay, so not much else to go off of here, obviously. Now, like I said, there is a lot of powerful opponent trends going on right now. Ultra Majin Vegeta just came back last week alongside Ultra Rose, Ultra Golden Frieza, as well as Ultra Janemba. And something all of these characters do have in common is powerful opponents. The Jiren we got as the free-to-play character is also powerful opponent. So a lot of powerful opponent leading up towards part 2, which starts on June 18th, which is the next weekly reset update. Now, I'll keep it real with you guys. I completely forgot what Ultra Hit does besides the obvious, which is time skip. So let's have a read together and let's see what he needs. Besides, you know, some obvious stuff like some stats and attacks and defense, we know he needs that. But in terms of, like, let's see what else he needs. So really quick, does this character have any kind of buffs going for him in terms of course, you know, Zenkais? So the answer is yes, he does. He does have quite a few buffs here. So if we just go to red and we go to Zenkai Universe Rep characters, so let's just filter this out really quick. The number one option would be Bergamo. So Bergamo is a great bench unit in general, just because with his normal Z ability, he buffs 20% to episode Universal Saga or Element Red max base health. So health buffers are always great for the bench. Also, with his normal Zenkai ability, he does buff Red in Rival Universe, and of course Hit is going to be Rival Universe. This is a little bit more catered towards his defense, which is totally okay. It's not really a big deal. 35% to attacks and 40% to defenses. So if we just go back to Ultra Hit really quick, so let's just filter this out. No Zenkais. We gotta take this out as well. So I do have Ultra Hit at 3 red stars. So if you guys did not know, to get the full benefits of certain equipments, you do need a certain amount of stars, such as at least 7 stars. And this character will be coming back tomorrow. I'm just super excited, man. I'm very excited to use his time skip once again. So the way his time skip works really quick, just before we get to his, his full abilities here, because I'm very curious to see myself what he does. Just the time skip itself is really freaking broken, dude. Really broken. First and foremost, as soon as your unique gauge is full and you enter the battlefield with this character and you pop your green card, you automatically, you do have a little space or a little time to enter time skip. So maybe you combo in a strike card or a blast card and then you pop a green card because you automatically draw a green card as soon as you enter the battlefield when your unique gauge is full, which is great. So you automatically enter time skip. So kind of like Beast Gohan's unique gauge with the special beam cannon. You do need a little bit of space to land or to activate successfully your unique gauge. So let's have a read here, okay, guys? Let's start with his main ability. It says here, draw the Ultimate Arts card, time skip. Next, restores own health by 20% and ki by 50, plus 40% to ultimate damage inflicted for 20 timer counts, plus 15% to critical damage for 40 timer counts, and shorten allies substitution count by 5, and it takes about 25 timer counts of past popular main ability. So right away, let's see here. I mean, it's pretty solid. There's not really much missing here with his main ability, I'd say. He's getting health, he's getting damage with his ulti, 40%, which is crazy. Critical rates for 40 timer counts, which is a good chunk of time as well. So for his ultra ability, of course, it utilizes the leader slot, or you can use, you can use this character when he's not in the leader slot, and it amplifies it for each Universe Rep battle or support member on the battlefield, or not on the battlefield. And also, let's see here. Let's check out his first unique ability. So his first unique ability is called Growth Through Battle. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Plus 110% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Also reduces damage received by 60%, cannot be cancelled. Increases arts card draw speed by level 1, cannot be cancelled. And charges own unique gauge by 25%. Okay, so you automatically get 25% from the gecko towards your time skip, which is really nice. Now, I'm not quite sure if the platinum equipment will cater a little bit more towards that. Maybe an extra 15% to the time skip unit gauge. We'll see, because sometimes they do like to do that. They do like to, buff their unique gauge, sort of say, right? Because it does take a little long, but at the same time, time skip is probably the most broken ability, alongside, of course, special beam cannon. So, also, it says here, applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Plus 30% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, activates twice, so that's 60% on top of the 110, so it's automatically 170% damage for just existing. Also, plus 30% to damage inflicted against element blue, cannot be cancelled, activates twice, so that's versus mainly LF transforming MUI Goku, as well as LF Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku, so that's really nice, activates twice. And minus 3 to arts costs, cannot be cancelled, activates twice, nullifies attribute downgrade for a 10-timer count. So pretty solid right away, honestly. Besides his main stats, I do like the damage. It's not bad whatsoever. It goes on to say here, also draw a special card next if this character's unique gauge is full, activates once. We did just go over that, so that's what we know. Also applies the following effects to self every time this character uses an arts card. He restores health by 3%, applies attribute upgrade minus 3 to enemies' sustained damage cut effects, cannot be cancelled, activates 10 times, and plus 3% to critical rate, cannot be cancelled, activates 10 times. So that's 30% to his critical rate, and then his main ability is also an extra 15% to critical damage. So a lot of criticals going on here. Okay. And critical rate and critical damage is different. Critical rate is basically, the rate as to which it activates the critical, the chances, right? So that's what it is. And it goes on to say, applies the following effects to self every time the enemy uses an arts card while this character is on the battlefield. Plus, or restores health by 3%, so that's 3% for using an arts card and 3% for your enemy using an arts card while this character is on the battlefield. So maybe utilizing some health restoration with this character would be pretty nice as well. You also get plus 10% to special move damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, and activates 5 times. So his special is going to be hitting like a truck as well, alongside his ultimate, because 10% to ultimate damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, activates 5 times. So 50% to ultimate plus his main ability, which is 40%. So that's 90% to his ultimate, not including any other equipments that you guys want to slap on to this character that might include extra ultimate buffs or super buffs. So that's 100% to his time skip ulti, which is going to be really crazy. It's going to be crazy. It goes on to say here is his second unique ability is called Finely Tuned Skills. Applies, so knocks enemies back to long range if a cover change is performed against their strikes or blast card attack. Activates twice. So he does have a universal cover change, which is really good. I forgot about this. So it's really nice because this is a rarity, right? Last time we saw this was Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku, but I think this is going to be very rare to come by. And of course, you can combine your supers onto this. So that's really nice. Gradually charges own unique gauge over time while this character is on the battlefield or on standby, excluding when in time skip mode. Charges next own special arts card into time skip once unique gauge is full. So that's his time skip ability. I'm pretty sure we all know how this works. I already explained it. So once your unique gauge is full, you pop your green card if you do have a green card. And then, of course, you enter time skip. Very much so like the little gap time space with special beam cannon, right? Let's see here. It also says the following effects occur when this character enters time skip mode. You restores own key by 50%. by 50, so you can start attacking. Randomly draws at most 4 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards, so you get a full hand. Also nullifies enemies restore health when it reaches 0. Effects when this character attacks for a 10 timer count, so endurance out the window. Cancels enemies attribute upgrades and buff effects. Inflicts enemies with attribute downgrade minus 100 to health restoration for 10 timer counts. So kind of just like, you know, go all in and just kind of demolish your opponents, right? And the following effects occur every time this character defeats an enemy. He restores own ki by 40, reduces enemy's ki by 40, and reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 1, which is random. Okay, so yeah, this character is going to look very, very nice with the current setup of just like every single color is taken out, right? If we just take a look at Universe Rep, of course, they have blue, which is MUI Goku. They have purple, which is Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta, which I think he's still underrated. I think a lot of people are giving him slack, but he's really, really good, I think. So Cabba's going to get replaced, even though I still did like Cabba, but he's going to get replaced by Ultra Hits. Yellow and green's also taken because Caulifla and Kale's amazing, dude. They're just really, really good. I love this character so much. And then, of course, you know, we have a whole bunch of Zenkai buffs. We also have the return of Goku and Frieza if you want to use them. There's Terminator Power 17 if you want to use them. We got the green Zenkai, you know, Revival Ultra Instinct Goku if you want to use them as well. So a lot of great options for Universe Rep. I think they're absolutely stacked now. They went from a team that was pretty much down in the dirt with absolutely nothing to a team that's probably up there with Daima, right? That's what Dragon Ball Legends does with the campaign. They just literally flipped a whole tag upside down in their heads. So yeah, guys, comment down below how many stars do you currently have Ultra Hit at. I'm very, very excited to test them out for you guys here on the channel. And yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up the video. I'm very curious to see what they're going to be doing with this platinum equipment. Some pretty obvious stuff, maybe make his unique gauge a little bit more full. Of course, more inflicted damage up, more base strike, base, you know, blast defense, strike attack, blast attack. You guys get the point, right? So yeah, guys, that is going to wrap it up. If you did enjoy the video, as always, make sure you guys simply just like and subscribe, and I'll definitely catch you guys once again on the next one. Have a blessed day. Peace.